I've missed you. Oh, I've missed you. I've missed this. I've missed streaming. I miss also. I think I missed some Kleenex. I should have brought Kleenex here because I'm a little bit snuffly and stuffily after my week of travel last week, where many of you tuned in. I saw some of you there. Yes, no, it is the sweater from the Danny Trejo. Shoot. I love this sweater. It's so good. I was at New York City at Toy Fair for Wizards of the Coast, just playing some Magic the Gathering Arena, which, by the way, is what we're doing today. I'm just going to go ahead and showcase Big Dumb Gruul. Oh my god, I love this new interface so much. It was a really interesting event to participate in, because a lot of the sort of events and stuff I travel to is doing hosty, person in front of the camera-y type responsibilities. So, PC gaming shows want to do every year, various esportsy, eventy thingies. Occasionally for fun, type booth work event at conventions. But this was like a Hasbro private event because, it's one of the sides of the industry that I don't think about as much, right? I do lots of public-facing stuff. I'm talking to you right now. You motherfucker. But also, there's things like Hasbro wants to let investors and press get a sense of what Hasbro is doing in an environment that focuses heavily on the products, the pricing, things like this. And that's what this Toy Fair event was. And it was so fucking cool. It was so cool. Well, first of all, what was I doing there? I was in the section that was talking about Magic the Gathering Arena, the esports focus, the streaming focus, this sort of thing, as part of the Hasbro Eventeroni. But it was really cool to go to and see, like, the Power Rangers area. Where they have, like, all the Power Ranger helmets from, like, all time sort of set up as a museum exhibit. They have all the products laid out, and it's very different from what you'd see at a convention that has maybe lots of, I'm thinking of like a TwitchCon, they'll bring people up and be like, okay, here's a station you can play at, here's a feedback area, here's some of the developers. They had a product person describing, here's this price point targeted to these types of consumers, here's more of our luxury action figures, and here's, what these are about. And it was just amazing to see this sort of blend of products ranging from, a lot of the stuff that myself and my friends do, like Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, to like literally for young kids products, but being spoken to, having these products spoken about in a business setting. Like, here is the target market that we're going for, here's the technology and the engineering behind this, here's the type of weight that we're considering for this product, because it's very important understanding the children between age this and this are using this. I mean, it was so fascinating. So fascinating to be part of. So I really enjoyed it, but I don't like being on an airplane for 6 hours. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I am 6'3", 6'4"-ish, something in that range. I'm a very tall person. So, like, being all all crunched up in there. And I'm just feeling like it's not real sickness. It's like travel sickness. Anything I do in New York City. Someone tried to mug me. That was weird. That's one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me. It was weird. This guy just, like, he gets off his bicycle and he runs up and he shoves me as hard as he can. But again, I'm like 6'4" and like 220 pounds. I'm like a very large person. He's like, shoves me as hard as he can. And I just sort of like look at him and he just screams at the top of his lung. Like, this was not a well thought out attempt, right? He just screams and he's like, give me everything in your fucking pockets! Give me your wallet! Give me your phone! And I just said, what the fuck? No. And then I just kept walking. And then he yelled a bunch and got on his bicycle and went away. And here's the weird thing. Where in New York did this happen? This happened right nearby Times Square, right? Like, very poorly thought out. There's this weird thing about if you watch media, in a TV series where someone gets mugged and it's like, oh my god, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And then it cuts to somewhere else interesting. The weirdest thing about any mugging or any really huge event, like maybe you've been in a car accident or had some sort of pseudo-crisis occur, 3 minutes later, it's like nothing happened. Right? it's one of the weirdest feelings. Like, I've been in some accidents before. I've had some, you know, stuff like this occur. This is not the first time someone's tried to, like, you know, a stranger has tried to physically assault me. And, like literally 5 minutes after it happens, you're like, all right, well, do you guys want to go get food? It's, like, so weird. It's the weirdest thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's so many big peak stress things that happens in one's life where, like, right after, like, the minutes afterwards, you're like, all right, well, let's just keep doing our thing. It's, like, super weird. Super weird. I've been playing this Gruul deck. I understand the sideboarding plan for it a lot more. We're going to just try to... I'm going to just try to, like, ladder up with it. There's some changes that I had made. Here was... What I had been doing is that because there's a lot of mono-red aggro in best of 1, I've been not running the Legion Warbosses in best of 1, and instead running the Thrashing Brontodons in best of 1. I think I actually may give this a shot, given how many mono-reds there are. Just not having the Legion Warbosses in main deck, because this is very weak against mono-red aggro. But it's such an important card in the remainder of the matchups, I think we may as well. What am I? I'm Diamond 1. Diamond 1, no stars. Let's just be calm, man.
Actions determine the course of history.
Big dumb Gruul. Seriously, who tries to mug someone at Times Square? Like, I don't even feel like it was a mugging. I feel like it was just a person who was probably on something or just absolutely strung out of their mind and just needed to yell at someone. I always feel for people like that, you know. Anytime I have ever done anything extreme, it's been because I'm having a hard time. It's the only time someone's like, you know, yelling, swinging, punching, I worry that they'd be having a hard time. White weenie, it appears. Alright, so I believe the correct thing to do is to plausibly Lightning Bolt next turn to kill the Stubborn Sentry. Let me actually talk about the game real fast. So, we're right about to hit Mythic. Like, we've been just slowly climbing our way up and up. Is this pointed to anything to that? Okay. Aish. So there is enough mana for a... What's it's called? Venerated Loxodon. Yeah, this matchup is one where boards stale out a lot. My opponent goes wide, I go wide, but I have bigger things, so I think that it's okay if... I mean, I really don't like Stubborn Sentry in this matchup. Playing against it, it's very good for us. Very good against us, excuse me. Having trouble speaking today. We should have a number of 4 X's, so I think we just develop our own board. But yeah, this matchup, if I recall correctly, this is the type of matchup where, okay, if I swing like this, he can double block, but that's fine. Strider X can comfortably double block. Yeah, there's a lot of mono white, a lot of mono blue, a lot of mono red. Getting straight to the top. So I think that we treat ourselves as the mid-range against these decks and just try to slowly and comfortably build up a board advantage. The fact that we have the Growth Chamber Guardian is good. If we just make a wall of 4/4, it's very hard for Strider X to pierce through that. Hunted Witness, and then one more 1-drop into Venerated Loxodon is pretty common. Wow, and nothing. Okay. Lightning Bolt and Collision Colossus seems fairly good. Is there any combat trick here? I mean, the Indestructible's pretty good, but they don't have enough mana for that. So I think I just Gruul Spellbreaker and swing in with the 4/4s. Seems right. Seems right. There's nothing that can really bonk us here. This guy's getting nice and large. And now, because it has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, has trample. Gosh, I really hate being marginally sick. Boy, do I dislike you that. Liza Zyme. Welcome back, Liza. Says, hey, didn't I just resub? Can you tell us a joke? God, I heard a really stupid joke recently that just tickled me. Ooh, Liza Zyme, give me some help. Give me a category. There's the indestructible. Indestructablement. All the jokes I know are like really long. I just want a brief, nice, strong quip. No attacks, even with indestructible and vigilance. Okay, very well. I think we just go for lethal here. Yes? There's a fantastic pun. I'll just give you my favorite pun. What's blue and not heavy? Light blue. God damn, that one's so good. Do I not attack with this one? I think I just don't attack with this particular guy. I think I do. No, I think I want both of these up. Let's see, if I... These all have trample. So I think I actually do this because this is kind of like free damage. Whatever one doesn't get double blocked, we collision Colossus to tromp through and then lightning strike for lethal. VLM says, I'm not going to lie, use that on Tinder. Sorry, not sorry. Use that on Tinder? Has this been successful for you? That's incredible. Enter pieces. I'm sure someone has already asked. No, you're the first. How do you feel about the Nexus of Fate banning? I feel fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Our opponent has make you to mistake you. Hello. It's going to be a big old concede from our friend Strider. I feel so good. So good. Nexus of Fate got banned in best of 1. I still think it should be banned in best of 3. Still think it should. Because again, I don't think it's a power level issue. Especially in best of 3, Nexus of Fate feels remarkably weak. Remarkable because of how unfun it is when you're losing and how helpless it feels when you're losing. It's remarkable. Yeah, so I'm feeling mostly content about that one. This hand is okay. Rawr. Denzer says, you do. They compensated all nexuses with wild cards. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, now that I'm back, VWAM. Just gifting the 5 tier 1 subs to end Tempion, JCD, PB, Master Chef D, Griggsy, and Nestork, 5143. A lot of mono red up here. A lot of mono red up here. Baximus 919 says day 9, happy Monday. Best day of the week. I'm actually over the moon happy. No blocks. That it is Monday. I think I just spell break. Sockreal, dude, good to see you. How are the Kingsmen doing in Apex Legends? Alright, that's good. That's good. Oh, we read this situation so well. Doing it right now. Feeling good about this. Attacks. De nada. Saka says, oh, we are ending all the legs we find. Thanks for asking. Yeah, man, I've been watching you in the morning. That Apex Legends is looking really strong as a product. I think someone pointed out to me that it was 2016 H1Z1. What is it? 2016 H1Z1, 2017 PUBG, 2018 Fortnite, and 2019 Apex Legends. Thereabouts. I think I actually do this. I think we've developed enough of a defensive wall. And of course, I've been seeing so many of you ask this since the very start of the show. There's just a lot to talk to y'all about. So much to talk about. Silk Song. That sweet Silk Song, baby. Ooh. Getting songy with it. Do I want to swing with the Zhur-Taa? I think I just leave this back for now. For any of you who don't know what Silk Song is, the developers of Hollow Knight, which I would... Why would you tap that, man? Damn. What I would consider my game of the year. The game of the year for 20, whatever the heck I played it in. Loved that game, Hollow Knight. They were working on an expansion, or a DLC, focused on one of the characters in the game. And they just kept growing it and kept growing it and kept growing it, and now it's just going to be a full-fledged game that, as far as everyone can tell, is approximately the same size as the original game. Which is just spec-frickin-tacular. Take that action. The Jake says craziest cars that's made by 3 whole guys. Yeah, I mean, I think that's amazing. Three folks made that. And on one hand, even though it's huge, let me just note that, you know, I think there's some things that really do make quite a bit of sense. Which is like, if you spent all this time developing the movement code and the level building code and the entire process in the pipeline, of course you'd be able to much quickly churn out a game that's the same thing. Psycho says 3 people shipped at least 1 million for $15. That's pretty insane. They shipped 2.5 million. I think that they were like 2.85 million or something like that. That's what they said. Oh my god, look at this, Plox. This is so amazing. Plox, who was talking to us last week about wanting some feedback about participating in competition, says, I went to the Northeast Championship for speed cubing this weekend. 250 people showed up. I held myself together and ended up placing 7th in 6x6 cubing. It was so cool seeing my name among those who had sponsorship for their speed. In fact, my average places me top 50 in North America. Thanks for all the advice, man. Plox! Plox! Yes! Woo! Plox! Gosh, that's amazing. What do you know? It's mono red. So again, we play this kind of mid-rangey, where we make a big wall. Our riot is typically going to be a +1/+1 in this matchup, building the wall of large dudes and throwing down the Zhur-Taa Goblin and Gruul Spellbreaker to just stop the incoming. This is a bit of a problem, but not for the damage, much more for the mana. For instance, the I'm gonna have to get some Kleenex here. I don't actually have any tissue. I have to get like a roll of toilet paper. Yeah, here's something that's amazing about Team Cherry, folks that made Hollow Knight. They're giving away Silk Song to anyone who backed them in their original run for the original Hollow Knight game. They're giving them a free copy of Silk Song. So those backers not only got all the fantastic, wondrous goodness out of the first Kickstarter. But also receives a second game. Woo! Woo! Plox says, I'm so proud of myself. Plox are speed cuber, by the way. So proud of myself. Didn't have a different level of nerves, but I just pretended I was excited instead of nervous. Got so focused that I didn't have time to get inside my head. Hell yes, dude. I assume it's going to be return this into mana, use this to lightning bolt this, and swing in with a 4/4 and a 2/2. Light up the stage is actually pretty dang good. Oh my god. Another one of these, maybe? Alright. I think we're dead. Certainly feel dead. I think we die next turn no matter what. So we definitely play this, and this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This has been doing this a lot. This has been doing this a lot. But, it's all good. You know what? I think I'll actually switch to best of 3 because I think I've gotten much better at sideboarding with this puppy. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Do I restart the whole client? No. Got him. That Almighty. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we lose to G2 Lava Runner. That's right. Let's try this out in best of 3. Oh yeah, this is... Oh yeah, I was gonna try this out in best of 1 too. This is a pretty nice list. Doesn't have unbreakable formations. Let's do Big Dumb Gruul. Garrelise says, joining into defeat, top strategy. Yes. If you want the Big Dumb Gruul list, it's on your screen in the top left. Geoff knows best. It's right there on screen. And it even has the... Oh, baby. Even has the copy capability. Azorius Aggro has 1 blue card in the main deck. My favorite is the Azorius Aggro that has no blue cards in main deck. No blue cards in main deck. But it has 4 negates on the side. It's really cool. It's really great. It's so funny, man. And it's actually a very subtle tech. It just has only proactive cards, and then if you're against some control, you just jam the negates in there. Jam in a Johnny Adversary of Tyrants, and then good luckify. Alright. Alright, we're just... First you don't succeed, just get it in there, man. Bam, bam. God, you know what was the only downside of this weekend? Who here played in the Danny Trejo Day 9 event? Hello! Who played in that, man? Alright, this is kind of interesting. The Singleton event? Man, God, that is so fun. Like that, I mean, Singleton is crazy fun, man. Crazy fun. But I was traveling, and I was on a different account, because Wizards provided different accounts for the Toy Fair event. I only played it on that one. Alright, is that game? So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Yeah, that's it. No, this doesn't get in there, huh? So if I lightning strike this... Yeah, that doesn't do it, does it? Because that's... This will get blocked, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage for this boosted... So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what we should do is we should attack with all things. Yep. Figuring it out. Gosh, yeah, dude, I love these slightly off maximally good. Got him. Slightly off maximally good types of decks. It's so fun. So we want to keep in the aggression. I think that definitely we get rid of the lightning strikes. That seems completely reasonable, right? This does not... I mean, that could be a Cindervines matchup, right? Like, that's, seems like a Nexus-y matchup. A very spell-focused Nexus-y matchup. And probably just the Vivien Reid to blow shit out of the sky, right? What do we think about most everything else? These Collision Colossus could arguably be cut, but they feel like a nice... I mean, like, we went cut, and then we went to add in, like, Domris. No, Domris seem like a bad one to add, because I think we actually do have to kill as fast as humanly possible. Yeah, I think I want to do very small sideboarding here. I mean, we know our lightning strikes are not going to be as good as other things. We want to be very creaturey in nature. Tristray says Sean is the best. That's all, man. Naja's the best. Naja, have you seen the Korean drama Touch the Heart? I just started. Is that the name of it? Touch the Heart. Touch the Heart. K-drama. It's live right now. Oh, it's Touch Your Heart. Touch Your Heart. My bad. Touch Your Heart. God. The names really blur together. That's so good. It's only 4 episodes in. This is on Netflix now. It's on a far superior service called Viki. I want this. I'm gonna Pelt Collect. This is a weird Simic deck in that it is actively running Sinister Sabotage, which is one of those cards that does not quite fit into your traditional Nexus deck. Also, Tristray, I gotta get started on, uh-oh, that's pretty problematic, but that's okay. We put in our enchantment removal. I'm pretty gosh darn excited about watching Goblin Man. Still haven't watched Goblin. Gotta get on that. I think we did a good read on our opponent and good sideboarding, putting in the Cindervines and the Vivien Reid, not much else. Collision Colossus for the burst damage and also for the flyer removal, because this deck does run Hydroid Krasis, which would give me a midlife Krasis. Yeah, if any of you are interested in Korean dramas, Touch Your Heart, not an unbelievable start. Actually kind of a weak start. Took me about halfway through the first episode to really get behind things. Alright, that's game. I'm gonna go get some Kleenex. What is this thing known as my turn? What is this my turn? Alright, so do I Vivien Reid? Blowing this up? Alright, well, I mean, I guess we just swing first. Bing bong, bing bong. We're gonna just try to blow up a Wilderness Reclamation, right?
Let's tear this place apart. Sometimes restoration means retribution.
Did I get any on my face? Did I get any on my face? I just shaved, so the toilet paper, when I blow my nose, sticks upon the face. Face is the place. Also, Borg Leader. Happy, let's just open a nice brew, aka lemon seltzer water. Borg Leader, happy 93 months. This year you're gonna hit the big ol' hundo. Smork Kleenex, yes. Yes, you see Dana, I know that Kleenex. Oh, face is the place. Alright. Play the land. If you have an option to do an action, first things first, always Vivien Reid. What is the best thing to get here? I mean, everything's gonna stick. I suppose this. Now we have a haste blocker. So we just get on in. So, I mean, it could have been like a blink of the eye. More commonly it is a root snare, but... Ain't no thing. I mean, I think we're dead in this matchup. I think we're dead right now. Or in this game. In this game, we're dead. I think we're definitely a dead person against Oix. She's getting the Nexus of Fate. She's preparing it. Nexus right now. Right now! I mean, if we can blow up that other Wilderness Reclamation, that's going to be THT tight. Oh my god, I never even saw that game Yar. This name is Shao backwards. It's not Oix, it's Shao. I have to do that. THT equals tight? Yes. If you ever need to spell anything, there's a rhythm to it. It's ba, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like D-E-D dead, right? That's how you say that. Is a Nexus banned? It's banned in best of 1. It's banned in best of 1. Yeah, we lose. We have lost. And this is one of these things where it's just like, it's the... In a game that people play for fun, when there is an extended period of time in which I am not having fun, aka the time between when Nexus of Fate has a guaranteed win and the time when that win actually resolves, that time period of hopelessness where I don't have a turn is quite long. So there are some things counting for us, which is that none of these are memorials to genius. There is no Search for Azcanta that has been played yet. By the way, could any of you let me know if there's any stutterings that will be going on? Stutterings that are going on stream, because I did some troubleshooting last Tuesday with chat. Oh my god, there were some absolute legends in chat who were helping me do that sick, slick debugging. God do I feel dead.
Not
So I think everything's good. By the way, on Friday, I'm going to make another attempt to play through Subnautica. Yeah, this is painful for us. I'm going to make another attempt to play through Subnautica with different FOV settings, because I thought that game was beautiful. I just got so sick. Interesting. Intéressant. Well, I don't see how we win here. I mean, I see what the play is, but we don't win. He's got 5 blockers, so we play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things get blocked. 4 damage gets in, that's 2. So, that's bad. I don't know. This is a little bit tricky. Motion sick in the water, just in the ship. Well, frankly, I thought I was having a grand old time. I thought things were going great. I was enjoying myself. I was feeling fantastic. And then, just all of a sudden, I had one of those, like, things in my head, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna puke, I'm gonna puke. And then I just, like, switched to Slay the Spire. So, I'm gonna try again on Friday, and if I'm getting sick again, then, you know, I'll just do that. I think that we die. Garly says you have exactly 2 to the 12 videos. Congrats. What is 2 to the 12? 4,096. God damn, I've done 4,096 videos. Is this on my YouTube, Gowerly? Wow. That's rich. Well, we do have outs. That is an out. That is an out, my friends. It's not quite an out. Oh, no, what am I talking about? This just deals 2 damage to blow that up. There we go. I'm dumb. Alright. No negate. Who do we appreciate? Cindervines. My favorite card. This is my favorite card in Standard right now. I actually think it's only an okay card, but I just love this. Now here's the sick play if our opponent blink of an eyes. Woo! Damn! I'm actually surprised that our opponent left Blink of an Eye in. Like 2 Blink of an Eyes. This is one of the weaker cards against us. But, you know, maybe it's just the only board option. And hit that with the big old no attack. Player Growth Chamber, the Guardian. Valiant 2486 has just gifted 10 subs for a total of 30. To Hexanyo, Jalarus, Tyrion Straj, Yargan, Tima TV, Tanoduk, Nagetu, Drivi, Ender 874, Mordath, the Darkener. plausible it would have been better to not do anything with the Cindervines, because it forces our opponent to be in sort of like a standstill. Yep, that's the game. We just can't handle the swing back. I think that we just have the correct sideboarding. I mean, arguably we can put in the Thrashing Brontodons. Actually, I think we do. This is a pretty important one against it. Skarrgan Hellkites actually seem less valuable here. Yeah, actually, I should have brought these in earlier. We just need to blow up all the enchantments. That was a tricky game, but I think great sideboarding by Oakes. I really want to win this. I think that this game is really decided on turn 4 or 5. If we can starve our opponent from mana by destroying the Wilderness Reclamations, our opponent will be unable. Oh yeah, we're on the play, my friends. Ooh, baby. This is also great to have 2 red sources with a Rekindling Phoenix. Now, I don't want to Zhur-Taa and quickly begin bashing. Or don't want to Cindervines to really hurt. Probably Cindervines. Probably Cindervines is better and more consistent. PVT Brain says, have you seen the Rakdos mid-range deck that won the Grand Prix? Looks really cool. I haven't, PVT Brain. I'd love to see it. I know that there's a lot of mid-range Rakdos that... Whoa! I read what you said, but my brain interpreted it as mid-range red. I have seen mid-range Rakdos. I saw that it did okay in SCG Baltimore. Perfect. I'm null to 6. That's amazing. Ghost Saigan, happy 87 months, and says, is there any chance I could get you to play Super Mario Maker 2 when it comes out? When does it come out, Ghost Saigan? There's no Spell Pierce in this deck, so we'll just go ahead and play Cindervines now. Well, certainly this. And certainly the Zhur-Taa to begin bashing, I think, is fair. June this year, there's no exact date. Yeah, I'd be happy to. Land Wilderness Reclamation is actually somewhat awkward here with Cindervines. Somewhat awkward indeed. So I don't just want to do this right now, because this gives our opponent the opportunity to blink of an eye to return it. So we want to, like, see a Chemister's Insight. So now is when we would blow this up, because it's on our opponent's turn. So if our opponent wants to blink of an eye, then our opponent loses this entire turn. Right? Whereas if we had done that on the other turn, search for his contest, fine. Oh, god dang.
That can't help you now.
We don't have lethal on this next turn, but that's okay. Wilderness Reclamation with 2 in hand is very good for us. This could be just sack Memorial to Genius. Let's absolutely plus this first, looking for a Brontodon. gonna be hitting in the sky with the Rekindling Phoenix and not with the Zhur-Taa.
Meet my newest.
Okay, kind of stinks a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the Zhur-Taa down. One card in hand is good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and play this with the +1. Play these and play this, and then this is basically the it turn, the big happening it turn. This is good. Our opponent didn't have some sort of chemistry's insight. I gotta get some more regular water. Like, all my water intake is through lemon seltzer water. Alright. Could be that end of turn, Shao has a Nexus of Fate. Done a pretty good job applying pressure in this. What up, 89 puppies? Good to see you. Yep. So this could be Nexus of Fate. It could also just be a Hail Mary. Spawn more oozes. Uh-huh. So this could be a Root Snare as well. Something weird just happened here. I think our opponent maybe accidentally adapted or something. Yeah, I think our opponent accidentally hit the adapted button instead of the mana button. And now doesn't have any mana. Okay, cool. I think our opponent accidentally adapted and just whoopsied themselves into a GG. Yeah, one blue is not going to save Shao, so... That's painful. That's painful for our opponent. I mean, part of me is like, you deserve me. You played Nexus of Fate, man. What are you going to do? Alright. Alright. You know who's taking NyQuil tonight? This guy. Haha! Play first. Ugh. Ah. This is almost an amazing hand. We'd love a 2-drop, but it's no big deal. No big deal. Not a big deal. Hello. My name is Mono Red. Pluxes, I think there's a NyQuil that is only the sleep ingredients, if you're taking it for that. No, I'm taking NyQuil because I'm feeling a little sick. But that particular concoction is called ZQuil. Ah, this is an interesting pickle. I think we just do our usual build the big boys. Yes, meow, meow. It's me, it's just me, meow. Hey, Des. Hey, kitten. This is a very nice wall to have. Alright, that's like game winning. Not quite match winning, but that's game winning. Yeah, man. But I'm taking some NyQuil because I'm like I don't even know what it's called. It's like travel sick. It's where you like travel and then you just get kind of like it's like a head cold where your head feels just like slow and sluggish and stuffy. Yeah, I mean, if I get to kill something and then also absorb a Wizard's Lightning or a Shock, that's great. And then a Diagonal Monkey. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, a whole lot of stuff goes out the window. This is fine. JT is me sub with Twitch Primes. Is the sub thing still broken? Looks good to me so far, JT is me. My name's actually JTS is me, but there's It Me JP. So JT is me. You know, it's the same sort of cadence to it. We're totally blocking here. Because once again, I believe that we will just absorb like 3 damage here. Or maybe... Does this live? It lives! Woohoo! Give me this Phoenix back. Once I get something like more creatures out, I think I'll happily start swinging, but for now, probably not. Swinging in the air like you just don't care. Swing once again with the Rekindling Phoenix to set our opponent to 12. Hopefully have enough mana for the Skarrgan. I just want to do it like this. Totally fine if our opponent uses a big ol' spell to clear that 0-1. Totally fine with that. Totally okay with that. What are you gonna do, huh? Alright. What deck is this? It's right up there. It's the mid-range, or it's the aggro Gruul, but, you know, if you're against this kind of match, then it's pretty common to... It's pretty common to be the mid-range player, the more defensive player. Okay, Wizard says, I don't know if you saw, but we had 4 full Apex Legends chat in Discord the other day. Oh my god, that makes me so happy. Yes. So let's see here. I don't actually think I change much at all. I think I just bring out these Collision Colossus and bring in these Lava Coils. And I don't even think that there's another thing that we want. Alright, I think we did it. Pretty simple mulliganing strategy. Doc Holiday says, what is ranked best of 3 mode? There's a switch you have to move over to the side. It's kind of hidden. It's kind of hidden. Would Fiery Cannonade be a good choice, asks Turkeys. I don't think it's a particularly strong choice, due to the fact that a lot of their creatures, the Viashino Pyromancer, it's a 2-1, dies to Fiery Cannonade. However, its big impact is the fact that it already dealt 2 damage to the face. You also have, isn't Thrashing Brontodon good against red? Oh my god, Unknown Gamer, yes, that's an amazing card against red, and for some reason I just completely forgot to board it in. I literally, okay, you heard me earlier on this stream talk about I had previously switched the Thrashing Brontodons to main deck. And had the Warbosses in the sideboard, but that I thought that it would overall be better to have the Legion Warbosses in the main deck. So I totally just in my head was like, oh yeah, I still have the Brontodons in there. Just yeah, that's literally a change that we have had planned. And yeah, just totally brain farted it. That's like so funny. Unknown Gamer was just like, isn't Thrashing Brontodon good against red? Just like musing to himself. We look more than likely dead. Especially post-swing-in, Starcaster can slam down more things by Runaway Steamkinning. It's gonna be hard to win. It's gonna be hard to win. Thrashing Brontodon's gonna help a lot in this matchup. A very strong opening from our opponent. Alright, so we're gonna cut these, bring in these. Now, what do we think about Should I leave in this Legion Warboss, or would it be better to just put in something else? Like, what if I just put in a Banefire, right? As just another single target removal? Kind of like that, actually. It's an awkward one, but I definitely still like it better than just a good old Legion Warboss, you know? Is that a hood or a collar? It's just a big, thick collar. I don't think Fiery Cannonade's very good. Not in this matchup. Oh. Ah. Ah. Go ahead and play the Pelt Collector first. No, probably should have Llanowar Elves. Probably should have Llanowar Elves. Yeah. We pretty much want everything to go big in this matchup. I think I would have preferred to get my Llanowar Elf. Shocked. Okay, good. Well, it sucks a bit, but I really do have to do that. Growth Chamber Guardian is extremely good to get. Sack to blow up the Llanowar Elves is really good. This is the exact position we want to be in versus a mono-red player, where all the burn is going on our creatures because we have a very intimidating wall going on. I'm not going to play the Growth Chamber Guardian right now, because if our Growth Chamber Guardian gets shocked or just blown up in general, that's going to be very painful for us, and I really don't want that. I really hope that it's like Runaway Steamkin or something. Ugh. Hey. Oh, Thing of Beauty. God dang, that was a crucial play around. Trying to make sure that we could chain Growth Chamber Guardians. 4/4 walls are just very strong. Cryopier says, I wish Singleton was an available game mode 24/7. God, yeah, right. Okay, cool. Okay, we're pseudo-stabilized. And I absolutely want to do this while my opponent has nothing in hand. I think we're dead, though. I think we are dead. Like, the thing is, though, there's so many different formats in Magic the Gathering. I actually do... Whoa! Alright, you got me. I do think that it's dangerous as a product to say, here are all the formats. They're all available. Go, 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 go. And the reason I think that's dangerous is that it's just so confusing of a product to navigate. It's very easy when it's like, I am doing rank, or like constructed or draft, constructed or draft, constructed or draft. And then I can be pretty comfortable, I can be pretty understanding of that. And then a new event comes in that lets me sort of process and think through it. Because if you give people too many options, they straight up get overwhelmed and don't make decisions. This is a good enough hand because it has these two cards, which can just let me stay in for a super long time. Uh-oh. Might switch decks. I really like this Gruul a lot. What are we working with? Okay, so that's pretty good. We can just nuke that. That seems like an acceptable route. How oddly familiar. Yeah, we're doomed. I think we're straight up dead. There's nothing we can do. It's over. And we're sad about that. Oof. Weirdly, this land is hurting us here. Just gonna have to slam out the Llanowar Elfie. That's a pretty vicious start from a Nugget Seeker, who appears to have found all nuggets. Alright, I mean, if this Rekindling Phoenix resolves, that's very good. Staircase, what's his day? And I want to say thanks for all the entertainment over the past 9 years. You've been an inspiration to me. Well, you forget your own career path, where one didn't really exist before. I'm currently writing my dissertation about language in Dota 2 and loving it. You rock, dude. That's so great. Happy to have been providing 9 years of entertainment, although this October is the 10-year anniversary. What do we think this is about? It's about keeping this curious obsession up. I think we just absolutely run this out. Stay defensive for one more turn. Because our opponent, our opponent had to attack on that turn. So I wanted to leave both things back in case there was some potential way to pick something off. Okay, so this is a matchup where what do I cut in this matchup? This is an interesting question. Because basically I want to bring in the Lava Coils. What would I cut for those? Probably the Skarrgan Hellkites, you think? We're going to win with just basic small creatures. Our opponent is going to have to be swinging a lot, and is going to have a lot of 1/1s. Legion Warboss is pretty high value. These Hellkites are so expensive. I think I actually add in the Lava Coils, and the Cindervines is an additional single target removal that has auxiliary value. I'm generally of the opinion, actually, we could plausibly even run these Fiery Cannonades in here. I actually think I like that better. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, I like this plan. Because basically our statement is that our opponent is going to have a lot of 1/1s and occasionally 2/2s that our opponent is desperate to keep alive via counter spells, via pings, dive downs, I don't know why I call them pings. And so I think that the Fiery Cannonade is an okay ad. It's not the best. Our opponent does have pirates in the deck. The Siren Stormtamer is a pirate. So our game plan is we get our board started early, and then we begin to overrun our opponent with single target removals, essentially making them 1-for-1 things. Oh my god, I think our opponent has actually lost the game. This puts our opponent in a position where our opponent must 1-for-1 with a lot of counter spells, and eventually will get a bit overrun. Thing of beauty, huh? I would not be surprised to see it. You can see it right here. What a hand. Look at this. This is going to be a bit rough. I think we just have to go for the kill. The more creatures that we keep off the board, the better. Oh wait, if it's a dive down, I'm a moron, dude. What am I doing? For some reason I was thinking it would just get spell pierced. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Oh my god, I hate when I just make really stupid mistakes like this. I mean, that was just a very egregious error. For some reason I was like, oh yeah, in response I will just zap it, but it would just be at 2 because it gains health after that, so. So our opponent is in a race situation. I think we have to do like this. So depending on what happens, we could win next turn, maybe. That's actually a good sign, because it means that this card that's on top is effectively random. Fuck it, I'm doing this now. Is that a Wizard's Retort right off the top? Good. Woo! Ka-chung, ka-chung. Yeah, give me all my rewards. All the rewards. Yeah. Oh my god, Phosphorus. Listen to all the badassery in chat. Phosphorus says, I honestly think your positivity and advice for the past few years has helped me a ton. I asked you about a graduate school interview a couple of weeks ago, and I just wanted to thank you. I was accepted into my top choice PhD program. Thanks for being positive and wholesome. I can't tell you how happy I am to hear that. By the way, what a hand. Goodness. Top choice PhD program. That's great. Cinder Barons. This could be a Jund-Whirler deck, which is the black-red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're dealing with. It's a base red deck that runs a very unusual board clear, which is that you play a Chain Whirler, and then using the Chain Whirler, you cast status on it, which gives it Death Touch, and then it sweeps the board. Yeah, got him. So there's not that many creatures that Lightning Strike would be good against. There are flyers. There's actually Rekindling Phoenixes in there. So I think I'm going to add in these 3. And I think just a Vivien Reid makes sense. So our opponent's deck has like the high-end red, Chain Whirlers, Rekindling Phoenixes, Skarrgan Hellkite. And again, there's a combo where you cast Death Touch on the Chain Whirler as it's coming into play, so that deal 1 damage to everything, clears the board. So the early game for our opponent is like Shocks, Shivan Fires, Lava Coils, things like this. Would Domri be good in this matchup? Maybe, yeah. Legion Warbosses actually seem kind of weak. Opponent does run, well, can occasionally run treasure maps in there. I actually think I'm going to just go with the 1 Lightning Strike, because some of those decks do run... Some of those decks do run some early game. I know that our opponent's deck list. I'm just not 100% certain how to play against said deck list. Because, I mean... Since we don't have any activators for the Pelt Collector, I'm going to run this out first. This deck runs 3 Shivan Fires, 3 Shocks, so we expect it to be shocked or Shivan Fired. Cool. Since I didn't have any activator for the Pelt Collector, we want that to die, because our Llanowar Elf has plausible use. The cutting the Legion Warboss, I think, is just a very sensible play, due to the fact that our opponent has Chain Whirlers and Rekindling Phoenixes. There's just a lot of... Who boarded in the Lava Coils? Day 9, day 9. Alright, I think I unfortunately have to do like this. We could just get completely board wiped here, but this is also part of the reason why I'm like, well, you know what? Huh. Eldest Vivien. It is not a problem, my friend. So if I do this, this is basically the same as swinging with both of them, right? This is an odd addition. Maybe this is just black-red control and not Jund. Close but not quite. Says, hey, I recently started doing logic in my computer science course. I'm having trouble understanding it. Any advice? Depends on what you mean, because my advice would be never give up, never surrender. Keep jamming on that, my friend. So our opponent was either going to not block, and if our opponent did not block, then we were dealing 5 to the face anyways. If we swung with both, it was obviously going to be trade Gruul Spellbreaker for Rekindling Phoenix, and this got the same result as that, except I have both things alive, so I think that this was a better play. So win percentage on this deck at the moment, not 100% positive. Let's see if our opponent messes it up. Oh, nice. I think our opponent maybe just didn't hit the buttons properly. It's all good, though. Yeah, plus, if our opponent doesn't have any good targets in the graveyard for... If our opponent already had Fancy Smanchy Pants in the graveyard, then this seems like a good play, doesn't it? Hell yeah. Our opponent's getting Phoenixes back, but I mean, our opponent's trading 1 for 0 in these spots. Like, this is not an amazing Eldest Reborn. 5 mana and a lot of tempo lost to just get a Llanowar Elf, make me discard a Forest, and bring back something that was 1 for 0. So I feel positive about this situation. We don't need a block in the slightest. This is actually great to have this out of the way, because now I can actually swing with everything, depending on what gets played. If it's just a Chain Whirler status, then we're dead. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now I can just, like, bang, bang. The fact that this wasn't blocking is helpful for us. Uh-huh. Yep. Great. Done gain first strike. Maybe we should have kept this one back. Actually, I think that's a significant mistake. Growth Chamber Guardian is a weak play here, because we are absolutely crushing on boards. It's not really a good reason for us to do that. Ah. We have makey to mistakey, and in return we're awarded a strong 2-0. I'd like to give a shout out to Brad Nelson, Shahar Shanhar, and Gabby Sparts, the 3 streamers / pros that I played at Toy Fair with this past week. Gave me a ton of really great sideboarding advice across a variety of decks, but especially this one. And you can check out their streams at twitch.tv/Shahar Shenhar FF Freak MTG and Gabby Sparts. We're holding on to this puppy. Clydesdale's asking. I guess it's Clydesdale. Clydesdale's asking about, is it possible to blow up the opponent with double ping? We had 7 mana, if I recall correctly. Now, don't quote me on that. But that's what I remember. How am I this bad at counting? How am I this bad at counting? Whatever, talking at the same time. Talking at the same time, it's fine. Every time we talk. Alright, so I'm gonna play the mountain. I'm gonna play the Skarrgan Hellkite. Now here's an interesting question. I think I actually haste this guy. I think I actually haste because I just need to get the damage in, like, as fast as possible. This is an unbelievable board position, is it not? I really struggle in this matchup. This is going to be a tough one to figure out the sideboard plan on. Well, that's good. It's me, a Hydroid Crisis, so I'm the blockers in the air. Blah. Man, just going Lava Coil crazy, you know. So I do think that the Legion Warboss is weak in this matchup, because, like, everything blocks it. Bringing the Lava Coil seemed good. I think I do want the Domris in this matchup and the Viviens in this matchup. I really do think I want that. I think I really want these, because the boards here get clogged a lot more frequently than you think. I think I actually just cut these Lightning Bolts, because Lightning Bolts are okay, but they're not Lava Coil good. Lava Coil is really good because it exiles things, which gets around Midnight Reaper. It deals enough damage to kill almost all their creatures, except a Wild Growth Walker that's really huge. And we do want our big creatures. We could arguably cut the Collision Colossus. That might be a reasonable one, but I'd prefer this block and smash in. Domri is just very good in this matchup all around. What do I think about Thrashing Brontodon? They don't have a lot of enchantments. It's just a 3/4 body. It seems okay. Maybe we want to cut a Lightning Bolt for the Thrashing Brontodon, but I don't know. I'm just not that good. I would love to hit the Mythics here. Also, forgive me, I'm just slightly sick, so I'm just going to be muting and blowing my nose every now and again. If we can get Domri out very swiftly, I mean, that's an extremely hard position to lose in. Clear nose with toilet paper? Yeah, no tissue in the house. And my car is busted, man. I can't go anywhere. I mean, if Domri sticks forever, It's gonna be very good. Is it a good day, Vivien? This is going good. This is going really good, man. What's wrong with your card? That's my hobby and very relevant to me. See, Gordini, when I turn the starter, it goes... It doesn't do anything. That's it. It's my summary answer. Do we have the capability to win on this turn? That is the question. So I think I'm going to plus this for red.
This ain't gonna be one of those quiet
I'm going to play this, and I'm going to just +1/+1 counter this. And I think I just sit because I want all the defense for next turn for Domri. I can also do this. Yeah, it seems plausible. Yeah. We'd like to -8 Domri. We just win. Either battery or dead starter. I don't know. Could be. It's one of these things that I just need time to do it, and I've been in New York, and then I came back in. This plays around fine finality. Oh, that felt good, man. Domri Reid. Setting us up. Oh, Mythic. Me sinks, we dissolve, me sick. What are we at? 98. Ba-boom. I want to play one more game. Hopefully we bang our way into Sultai. Vate Cake. She's rank 830. 98%, it means I'm in the 98th percentile. This is a monster hand. They're aiming for top 8 Mythic to get the Invitational. Not a chance. I would never dream of such a thing. The higher low percentile, that's the high percentile, so the higher it is, the better, until eventually it gets replaced with numbers. So again, Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt, to me, I would think it's more likely that our opponent is Grixis. No, I should have assumed John Whirler. We'll get in a few bonks. Oh my god, my nose. Thing is, I drive my car very infrequently, like once a week. And for that reason, it could be that I just, like, didn't have a door shut all the way and... You know, something like that. Skewer the critics. I'm unsure what our opponent is. This is both an amazing hand, kind of a weak hand. So, goodbye, everyone. Ooshi dooshi dooshi dooshi. Here comes the red mana source. But I'm probably gonna have to like call a towing company, have it tow to the bad place. Death to the Pretender. Oh, what? What deck is this? Whoa. I have Mythanolithed. Alright, so this is like a Rakdos aggro deck that had a heinous draw. So we're going to cut the Legion Warbosses, cut the collisions here, add in the Brontodons, add in the Lava Coils, yeah. And then probably one more. I think I was talking about the Banefire. Seems like an acceptable one to bring in, yeah. Oof. Oh, gosh. Dude, can I just say my brain feels real foggy. I'm having intense brain fogginess. Now that I've been sitting here horking water down, I'm just really responsible about drinking water when I'm doing these shows. Feel myself coming back to life. I'm certainly dehydrated as hell from New York. Very dry in there. And then, like, anytime I go on a plane, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm now the driest boy. That's a great starting hand. Looking for double red with this because we have 8 forests, 6 mountains. We're only running 22 lands. But the reason Fiery Cannonade is typically weak-ish in this matchup is it doesn't have a whole lot of great targets. We rarely get 2 for 1. It's typically merely a 1 for 1. So, for instance, doesn't kill a Chain Whirler. There's an amazing one. If we're up against Steamkins, those can just get grown up. And then we get blown up. Perfectly content continuing to play out these types of threats. Duncan says, hey, Sean, I see the Warboss getting cut so very often. Haven't seen them played once. Why is that? Thought it was on second main. Kill it. The Warboss is spectacular in any slower control matchup. And I mean spec-frickin-tacular. Like, absolutely unbelievable in all those matchups. So, that's why we do what we do. C. Gordini says, would you mind if I pasted a couple of helpful links in chat, your battery? Yeah, feel free to paste them in chat. That would be lovely. I personally would prefer if you sent them to me via Discord. That would help me just a ton. So we're likely dead in this matchup right now, with the Experimental Frenzy out. Depends on how thick their deck is. If it's very aggressive, we'll just die. If it is a deck that's running a lot of expensive cards like Carnage, this means that we could possibly be okay. I fully intend on lightning striking in response to a lot of things that they do. See you later, Hellkite Gator. Nice. Hey, I want to switch decks. Let's switch decks midway through here.